I've done seen. I served in the Middle East. I'll be able to see if there is a.
Alright, perfect. Thank you.
So for those who haven't played it, so is it the full game? Kind of. Technically, it's not the full game. Technically, like, because it's like the first 20%, and then the rest of it's going to be released over time. Not as DLC, but full-on games. It's kind of, in my opinion, false advertisement by saying it's Final Fantasy VII and then not mentioning, it's kind of false advertisement saying Final Fantasy VII Remake when it's not all of Final Fantasy VII remade. But that said, it is a full game. And what I mean by that is you can play beginning to end, and even if Square Enix went out of business, and it'd be really sad if they don't make the next part, you would have still gotten satisfied at the end of it. And they did an amazing job in that respect. The gameplay is great, music's great, the story is well presented. They did a really, really excellent job with it.
Be advised, I've got a second 95.
And I think, like, if you've got a PS4, it's worth you need to play it. If you don't have a PS4, I wouldn't buy FF7 for it, but, like, you know, between FF7 and God of War and Death Stranding. Was Death Stranding a PS4 exclusive?
Collecting a bullet fragment. The bomb will destroy if you do not act now.
Yeah. Death Stranding, God of War, FF7.
I had to make a choice, but not to worry. The Force will be with you. That's it. Then she was off.
Clone Wars Episode 7 doesn't literally move the characters forward. They begin and end the episode in Pike custody, but it does flesh out these characters and define the dynamic between them, and sets the stage for the season's final arc. And of course, there's lots of Star Wars Easter eggs and references to unpack. The title card of the episode says, "Who you were doesn't define who you are." This is referring to Ahsoka struggling with her identity after leaving the Jedi Order. But it can also mean the Martez sisters. After their parents died, they were forced to look out for each other and not for others.
We can't count on anyone, so we count on ourselves. I know.
I've got a bad feeling about this. Ah! Ah! Ah!
Oh my fucking god. Have you seen this speed sheet already?
Heard your come out, you fucking pussy! Where the fuck are you? What the fuck? Where is he? What the fuck? Where is he?
Wow. This game is disgusting.
We've seen this Pike prison before in the episode The Lost Ones. I mentioned this in our last video, but in case you missed it, the Pikes have appeared in several episodes of this show and in the movie Solo. In this episode, we also saw Marg Krim, who appeared in The Lost Ones, and his Major Domo 5, who we first saw in the comic Darth Maul, son of Dathomir. The design of the cell doors and of all of Obadiah integrates the same lines and structures as the Pike's helmets, and the red force field of their cells has been used several times in Star Wars, but we first saw it in The Phantom Menace. This alien is a Snivian. Now, we first saw one in the Mos Eisley Cantina, but this one is wearing blue, an homage to the rare blue version of this 1978 action figure. This whole arc has been filled with background characters dressed like the original Star Wars action figure line. Ahsoka learns about the Martez's tragic past, and it hits a little too close to home for her.
We watched, like so many others, as they chased Zero and his gang down the portal, leaping from speeder to speeder as they went.
She had a few run-ins with Zero the Hutt over the years. Now, Zero, if you don't remember, is Jabba's great uncle, a gangster, and he talks like Truman Capote.
Oh, you can't imagine the unspeakable things I've suffered.
And for my money, he's the most annoying character in Clone Wars.
Thanks, Mama.
This incident she mentions,
Some red-eyed aliens protecting Zero blasted the engine of an ascending cargo transport.
isn't in a Clone Wars episode. It takes place immediately after the episode Hostage Crisis, when Cad Bane, that's the red-eyed alien, breaks Zero out of jail. They also mention
She was beautiful. Dark robes contrasting against her light green skin, penetrating eyes.
Now this sounds an awful lot like Luminara Unduli, who Ahsoka was also close to and fought beside. She was good friends with Luminara's Padawan, Barriss Offee, but Barriss eventually broke bad, bombed the Jedi Temple, and was responsible for Ahsoka leaving the Order. So all of this, like I said, is really hitting close to home for Ahsoka. This backstory gives her a great reason to keep her power secret and adds an extra level of tension to the story. Now we want to know when the Martez sisters are going to find out the truth. The torture droid is the same one that Jabba used in his palace. Traces torture with electricity in a setup that neatly duplicated Han's torture in Empire Strikes Back. The two prisoners she breaks out are an Ithorian and a Nikto, and wow, Ithorians are strong. Later on, we'll see a Rhodian, a Twi'lek, someone who looks like the original Ponda Baba action figure, a Zygerian, and this species took me forever to place, but I finally figured it out. This is your mom. Nah, I'm just horsing around. To me, this looks like an Alina, one of the aliens we saw pod racing in The Phantom Menace. This pike lets out a Wilhelm scream, a sound effect that's been used in basically every movie. There's a slight variation of Luke Skywalker's theme when she opens up the cell door. And this gag was borrowed from a similar moment in Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. They split up and Ahsoka gets the job of clearing the way for their escape, very similar to Obi-Wan being sent off to shut down the tractor beam. Ahsoka also catches the eye of some Mandalorians, and this is a super cool Easter egg and a setup for later in the season. The leader of these Mandalorians is Bo-Katan, voiced by Battlestar Galactica's Katie Sackhoff. At this point, she's leading the rebellion against Darth Maul's forces to regain control of Mandalore. Now, we saw the beginning of this civil war back in Season 5. The woman with her is Ursa Wren. She's the mother of Sabine Wren from Star Wars Rebels, and later will advocate for Bo to lead their people against the Empire. Bo-Katan mentions fighting Ahsoka before. This was in the episode Friend in Need, when Ahsoka followed her crush, Lux Bonteri, when he tried to make a deal with Death Watch. Back then, they were enemies. But later in the season, they become allies, as we've seen in the trailer. Now, I am wondering why the Mandalorians are on Obadiah. The Pike Syndicate allied with Darth Maul and a Shadow Collective to conquer Mandalore. But in the comic book, Darth Maul, Son of Dathomir, issue number 4, they left this alliance. So I'm not sure if this episode takes place before, during, or after those events. Maybe Bo and the other Death Watch members perform some subterfuge that helps force the Pikes to abandon Maul so they can liberate Mandalore. Well, that's all the Easter eggs I found, guys. How about you? Let me know in the comments below. And if it's your first time here, please subscribe. For Screen Crush, I'm Ryan Airy.
What the fuck? Where is he? What the fuck am I doing here? What the fuck? Where is he? Damn, I'm so tired of this walk.
Внимание персонал. Лифты в секторе R введены в строй. Внимание! Охранник комплекса просит проследовать в сектор G.
Couldn't see him. It was too dark. The good shot on the first guy. Yo, what's up, Dave? How's it going, man? It's been a while. Been playing over here for a shit ton of hours. Starting to be a zombie. Dude, this game is a hack fest. You have no idea. Hacking left and right. I just got killed by a speed hacker last game. Labs, if you go labs, it's disgusting. That's a good scav, to be honest. You've been trying to figure out shit in our family. There's people sick or what was going on? Holy shit. Is she hurt or what happened to her? And what, the insurance doesn't want to pay or what? Because there's nobody else involved? What the fuck? What the fuck? The massive impact. No gel at least. Still stealing the car is pretty it's pretty dumb. She stole and then explode the car of somebody else, or what? That's what you're saying? Oh my god. I mean, when you're not used to drive, but then if you're intoxicated or if you're just not used and you're bad at driving, that's what happened. At least she's not dead, you know, that's all you can say. It's gonna cost a lot of money, but not the unforgivable. Or she didn't kill anybody, you know. That's what you can say, at least she didn't do that. Now it would have been a disaster. Jail for having killed somebody like that. You're fucked. Let's try one more lab. If I see a cheater, I'm gonna go sleep.
Y11.
You've been playing Valorant? You had the key or what? Or it's available for everybody? What's going on? Oh my fucking
You're
God.
on loot. Better sweep your sectors. Fuck, he's gone!
Over here!
What the fuck?
Hold your fire!
Where is he?
Fuck out of my face. Getting closer like that. Best way to get killed.